Hi all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. In case you haven't already heard about it, in this video I'm going to cover the tragic shooting that took the life of a church pastor and injured two others out of Winona, Texas. According to the Smith County Sheriff, the shooting at the church took place on January 3rd of 2021, but the events that led up to the church shooting began the day before, on January 2nd. The sheriff explained that police were seeking a suspect driving a Volkswagen Jetta around 7:30 p.m. on January 2nd because they received multiple reports that he was pointing a shotgun out of the sunroof of his car. Later, police realized the suspect they were seeking, 21-year-old Maitrez Woolen, was also responsible for a drive-by shooting and another shooting in the area. An officer spotted the suspect's vehicle in a Chevron convenience store parking lot on Main Street, but when the officer attempted to approach him, he took off at a high rate of speed, causing a police pursuit. After a short pursuit, a tire on Woolen's vehicle blew, causing him to crash in a yard next to Starrville Methodist Church, where his vehicle was rammed by a police vehicle. When he exited his vehicle to run, the sheriff believes he was unable to access his shotgun because the airbags deployed all around him. The sheriff said Woolen then disappeared into the woods surrounding the church. Police set up a perimeter around the area and began a manhunt that the sheriff said lasted a few hours before a canine search led officers to a creek where one of Woolen's shoes was found outside of the perimeter that police set up, telling them he had gone outside of their search area. So, police expanded their search area, but they never found Woolen. The sheriff said officers were on the scene until approximately 2 a.m. on the morning of the 3rd, processing Woolen's car and the crash scene. Once officers left the scene, he said he believes Woolen returned to the scene and broke a window in the church to get inside. He said that at 9:21 on the morning of January 3rd, police received a 911 call from the pastor's wife at the church to report a shooting that took place there. He said the pastor and his wife were in his church before services started with two other people when he found Woolen hiding in a stall in the bathroom. He said the pastor was armed, so he drew his weapon and ordered Woolen to get on the floor. But Woolen was able to overpower him, grab his gun, and murder him with it. According to the sheriff, the pastor's wife ran from Woolen as he shot at her, and she sustained injuries from a fall she took while trying to escape him. Woolen then stole the pastor's vehicle and fled the area. When police realized he had stolen the pastor's vehicle, they were able to work through OnStar to locate the vehicle so officers could surround him, and they shut the vehicle down. Woolen was charged with 1 count of aggravated assault, 1 count of assault causing great bodily injury, and 1 count of capital murder. He's being held in Smith County Jail on a bond well over $2 million. Police believe both the drive-by shooting and the victim he shot at were random acts and said Woolen had no ties to the church or the pastor he murdered either. The victim he shot at on January 2nd had surgery for wounds in his shoulders and back that the sheriff said nicked an artery. He did not say whether there were any wounded victims as a result of Woolen's drive-by shooting at a residence. The sheriff said he believes Woolen chose to hide in the church at random, and if it wasn't the church, it could have been a surrounding home in that area that he broke into. Absolutely terrifying. Equally as terrifying, Woolen is smiling in his mugshot. He's 21 years old. He shot up a random house where he could have killed multiple victims, including children. He shot a random man on the street for fun. He was pointing a shotgun at innocent people on the street. He ran from police, caused a manhunt, broke into a church, murdered a pastor, tried to murder his wife, stole his victim's vehicle, and tried to escape the scene. Then, after he was arrested, he smiled about it all, as if it was funny. What fun he had terrorizing the public and committing murder over the course of 2 days. I hope he has just as much fun in prison for the rest of his life. He's 21. He could have chosen to be anything and do anything with his life. And he chose prison. Wow. Shaking my head would be a huge understatement. I hope all the victims of his disgusting, evil attacks are able to recover, and I hope Reverend Mark Allen McWilliams rests in peace. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you on my next video.